Hello everyone, Vagran Gaming, and as requested, combat medic action. There was one of the subscribers was nice enough to make a request to bring back the combat medic. So here it is, and this is a short match, but I thought it was kind of a funny one, as it didn't go the way that most matches go. As you can see, we're speeding it up just to expedite things, but we capped south, and then our man that was guarding the eastern node called out for help, and we rushed up. It looked like they were trying to take us off balance by hitting our off node, but we had a man there that saw everybody coming a mile away, called out, and we rushed in, and we managed to get there before too much damage was done. On the other hand, just taking a quick peek around, it doesn't look like they had too many stealthers. If they had sent like a combination of operatives and shadows or something along those lines, although it looks like rep on rep, but regardless, if it was a combination of shadows and whatnot, that probably would have gone a lot different. And just a quick jump cut to get back to south as we raced down there to try to defend it before we lost that node. And the sentinel there, I'm gonna butcher his name, Uchina. I probably butcher that every time I see it. I think I tried healing for that guy a couple of times where I see him in war zones, and keeping that guy healed up was always hard. I think he was really good at his job because it seemed like whenever he was on the map, he was getting focused. And it wasn't even just this match. It was like over a series of several matches. Whenever I saw him, I'm like, oh, we're going to be working hard on this one. But I needed the practice, so it worked out. And I've got my buddy Flakka guarding me, so that makes things a lot easier. When I don't have a tank, I tend to spend a lot of time running around, flailing and screaming, just trying to stay alive. But when there's a tank guarding me, if my burst heals are up, sometimes I can just stand there and laugh at the enemy DPS because I can just kind of ignore it. But again, that's only when there's a tank. So keeping all the healing under control wasn't super difficult. I mean, they had been focusing me. I popped some of my defenses. As you can see, my reflective shield went up there that bounces damage back and heals me, and that gave me some leeway to focus on healing everybody else. And once again, I'm desperately trying to save the sentinel there. Last time I dropped the ball and he died. This time I'm trying to keep him up, but the priority is to keep Flakka up, because Flakka's the one guarding me. So if Flakka dies, it's going to get real ugly real fast for me. So that's something else that is, if you're a new healer, that's one of the first things that's important to get down, is making sure your tank stays healed. Because if someone is guarding you, if they go down and the pressure stays on, you're going to have a bad time. But then again, I know plenty of sword healers that their tank is either not there or they don't have one, and they just tap dance around everybody regardless. Like, it doesn't bother them. Like Malison, she's a relatively newer member to the Guild Republic. We love having her. She's a good healer. Then there's Nvidia, who I used to see a lot more imp side, not so much lately, although my gaming schedule has changed a little bit, and she was a really, really good healer. I used to bump into her a lot when I was on the DPS, and especially if she had a tank around, it was just a bad time trying to stop her. Half the time I was just putting pressure on her to try to get her to heal herself, and I'd just call that a win if I could get her to focus on healing herself. So the pressure's getting pretty hard on me, and I popped my adrenaline rush, and then I threw my Colto bomb there, and I just started spamming heals like crazy. Threw a knockback, used my actual healing stems, and then popped the reflect as the last ditch effort. And with the guard in place, it was close, but we rode the wave. Although it got real close there for a second. So, I think that was the closest shave to getting wrecked in this match. But again, I had a tank with me. If it wasn't for Flakka guarding me, I definitely would have died. Probably a couple of times, actually. But with the guard on me and it's just 1 DPS on me, I can pretty much out heal that without too much trouble. Especially factoring like knockbacks and stuff. The other thing too is trying to use successive treatment when you're within range of other players, because that's also been like a huge boon to keeping my health up when I'm trying to heal someone else. I don't have as many AoE heals, but comboing your Culto Bomb with successive treatment, it's a really good combination, especially if you can catch yourself within the full range of those heals, because that's one of the things that the DPS will try to get you to do, is to choose between healing yourself and healing someone else. And if you're able to work out doing both at the same time, or at least getting a little bit of healing on yourself while you're getting your heals on someone else as well, can make a huge difference, which is something that I was constantly working on whenever I was playing Zarya. Now, we had a couple of heroes break away, or it looks like we've got one that I can see clearly in the minimap there that managed to swing west and cap the node. So now we've got a 3 cap. We had a decent lead, but with a 3 cap, and it looks like their forces were divided, we've got this well in hand. In fact, this match is just about in the bag. Because yeah, they're down to 12%, and we're not seeing any movement there on the icons. So at this point, I think I was about to try to run east, but then I think word came in that there was still some people on south, so I wind up turning around after I wasted my rocket boost. But as you can see, it's taken from 4%, and that's all she wrote. So this was a fairly easy one, but I wanted to honor that request. So I know this one was short. I'll try to get some more Commando healing videos going, as this was just, I guess, kind of a teaser. But hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will catch you all next time.